How we looking? Good looking? Family first. Let me get some light. Wow, there we go. We got some light. What's up, y'all? Let's get the likes in the. I don't even know what to say right now. And the people in the chat. Come one, come all, come some, come if you want to. Yeah. October 22nd. How's y'all October doing? Y'all been tired? Y'all been a little drained? Y'all been motivated? How y'all been doing? I would like to know. I would like to know. Yo, I just asked Google, I said, what planets are aligned with the moon right now? And they just said um, they said the moon's not right now aligned with no planets for some odd reason, but the planets um dang. I know it said Venus. I can't think of the other one. What's the other one? Someone that correlate with Venus is the the uh the planet of love. It said something about Libra. So you got Libra as justice and Venus as a planet of love. Look at that balance. I just know personally, October for me is a big it's a big spiritual month. It really is. I personally haven't seen any. Well, I ain't been doing much, so I ain't been working. So it's like I haven't been seeing like a lot of universal signs. But today I saw a few. Like for example, the first sign I saw start of my day. I was at the gas station and I was getting gas on my car, and it was raining all day for the past 2 days, and it was rainy, it was cold, and I see this little bee on the hood of my car, like looking like he on his last breaths. So I took it, I put it on the finger. I'm like, here, man, I'm gonna put you in the car. I'm gonna keep you warm. Put them in the car. They're in the passenger, and its back end starts to throb. I'm like, all right, you getting that warmth, you kicking in. And I took you out of the cold. About a few minutes later, it must have got to the back. It like heated up, and it got on the window. And I'm like, I'm not afraid of bees personally. I'm like, a lot of people they're afraid of bees, but when you know animals and how the universe works, like you don't become afraid to certain animals. To each his own. Like I don't like snakes. I don't like mice, rats, none of that. Certain rodents or animals. But I'm like, look, I like meaning that the type of person I am. You could think I'm corny for just like, yo, why you help a bee out? I mean, it wasn't gonna sting me like it had no power. But I'm like, here, man, it's cold. I know you thrive in the summer and the hot seasons. Like, here, I'm gonna put you in the car, let you get right, and yeah, you can just chill for a minute. I don't know what your life expectancy is, but you go cool out with me for a minute. That was the first. A lot of people might think that's weird, but to each his own. Like personally, like no offense to me, weird to me is like grown adults dressing up in costumes in October. Like to me, that's weird. To each his own though. You know, that's weird to me. Like if you know, you know. I don't celebrate pagan holidays. I might be in the midst around it, but I don't celebrate it. Like that's a pagan holiday. It's one of the worst. So, but whatever. So then the second, and I posted this. I just did a little short. But the mother of my child called me and she's like, "Yo, what kind of insect is this?" And I'm like, "Yo, that's a praying mantis." And it was on the screen of her window of her bedroom. And I'm like, "Okay." I told her, I said, "That's a good sign right there. That's a good omen right there. You know, that's a good spiritual meaning." And this was earlier in the afternoon. I went by over there later on at night, and I'm like, it's dark by now. When she showed me, it was light. So I'm like, let me see if the praying mantis is still there. Still right there. Same spot, same how she showed it to me. I mean, I stopped by earlier and I left and I came back. Same spot, same position, didn't move, was still. I'm like, wow, okay. I'm just telling y'all how I kind of been out the loop where I haven't been getting universe signs from the universe, but I obviously got them today, and I'm taking heed, I'm paying attention to them, right? So I'm like, all right, got the praying mantis at the house, you know. What's the third? Oh, the third. I went and washed my car, and every time I come out the car wash pushes my rear view mirror on my driver's side up close to me. So I stop, pop it back out, and I see this ladybug at the very tippy top of my windowsill, like as if you roll the window all the way up. At first, it was because it was raining, so I'm thinking it's like something from the leaves, but no, it was a ladybug in my car. I'm like, that's what's up. The universe is talking to me today, and it's the 22nd. That's the master number, and to be upfront, the 22nd is when Granny, who I stay with, is when her husband passed. She told me it's been 4 years. Now that I'm telling y'all, I told her today, she asked me to do her a favor and get her something. And I was just messing with her. I'm like, nah, you been kind of rude to me today. I told her in Spanish, but I was messing with her. But now that I think about it, because she like kind of gave me a heads up the day before. So, you know, she's kind of thinking about that. So I gotta be considerate on, what she been through. And yeah, I also else want to talk about how I saw. I'm not the type that like get on social media and watch and hop on the bandwagon and talk about what's going on, what people talking about. But I did see it kept coming up, and it's been coming up about that movie Him with Marlon Wayans and I don't know the other dude, but anyway about that football movie and that recruitative type stuff. So I watched the video on it today. I already knew in my mind, like, or just seeing it previously, I'm like, yo, that looks super demonic. Like, I'm straight. I don't want to watch the movie. But something today told me, like, just hear the review. And just based on hearing the review and seeing it, First off, I was so, as I read the comments, like first I see the video, then I read the comments or whatever, watching the video and then reading the comments. Off top, I'm just thinking like majority of the world is like lost. Like no, it is what it is. They dumb, lost, confused, or they don't know what it is, and it just like it just reassures me how some of us are like feel missed out of place here, cause it's like the world don't understand you. They don't see what's going on. A lot of us are just we just want to be entertained with social media, just any type of form of entertainment, anything to, and me myself included, to get that dopamine, to get that fix off of this phone. And I'm old school, like I'm so anti against these phones. Look, I'm tapping into it. See that circle? I'm so against phones. I've lived without a phone numerous times for a year or more. But that's the first thing that struck in my mind. It's like I'm reading the comments and I'm like, I'm thinking in my head, a lot of us already should be awoken to what's going on in the world. But just based on that movie, like, football, like now, back in the days, it's like the Roman Empire. Well, to me, America, Babylon is like the new modern day age of Rome. So the Romans back in the day, the people who were battling and doing, you see Gladiator, that's what football players are to this day, And the fans, us, people watching, just want to get entertained. And why do they do that? We get entertained just to, so they can go ahead and do their agendas and distract us. Political agendas, make certain moves, delegate, whatever. And we just, like, hey, let's get their minds off this. So I'm like, man, it's just embarrassing. It's just confusing. It's like how society, because it was a lot of scrolling that I did, and I didn't, it was very few comments of people who were woke or understood. Like a lot of people say, yo, that which the people that reviewed it was like, yeah, it was, because the best parts of the movie were at the end where it did a 0 to 100 real quick, and it just, it got good, told you the whole, but it wasn't like overall me catching it. It was like meaning that the powers that be, the powers that be, they blatantly show you what's going on, how what they doing in society, how they control us. And what boggles my mind is how a lot of us are still not open and spiritually awakened to what's going on. You know, that's dumb to me. So that's what I don't get it, but then I get why I am how I am and where I'm supposed to be, or where how I perceive society at sometimes when I step out. You know, a lot of people are still blind. I was gonna say it's sad. It's just fucking stupid. It's ridiculous. Like, and I'm an old head looking young. Like I've been woke, not tooting my own horn. Like to the point. I wanted to say that to say this. Just me being on my sabbatical, on my time off, whether I'm using it wisely or not. But I'm like, we are just we just being led by the wrong reasons, me included. You know, Like once you find yourself and figure out how this world works, you'll see for what it is. And those that know. So therefore, that's why I say those that I watch here on YouTube and who I support, who are woke and who put out good content, you know. And some of us just put out content just to keep up, to stay afloat, you know. But for those that really put it out purely, genuinely, meaning they know themselves and they putting out content to not lead viewers astray and keep them in a good, positive state of mind, state of heart, I commend y'all. But everybody else that's just doing it to stay relevant. And some of us started out woke and then seen the stuff coming out and just like, hey, I gotta keep it going. Like, nah, yo, I don't fuck with it. I mean, the way I'm looking at a lot of people, when they go through hardships in life, they go to God, they start reading their Bible, and then they wanna, it's kind of like you see the person on the corner, you driving, and they just like, what they doing, they could just keep that to themselves, but, they get saved or God handles their situations and they just go ahead and go back to their old ways or backtrack, backslide, which is natural, which is normal. You understand? But some just stay afloat and just keep it going. I can't fuck with that. That's why I say, like, I'd rather be incognito. I know when to pop up, you know? Or when I do pop up, if I haven't popped up in a while, I'll be upfront to a certain extent and let it know what it is for what it is. But then a lot of people really want to know your mix based on how you were coming off prior and want to be nosy, but it's like, nah. A lot of people just want entertainment, man. Period. Or even to the point where I was thinking to myself, like, now that I'm older, I've been through the rabbit hole. I've done like so much research, even like to the point I did the research based on what I was going through in my life at certain times and during certain ages, to the point now where I'm older, like I don't need to backtrack or I don't need to research this again. I just go with the flow. Like I'm a parent, I'm a father. This certain age, like I don't want to go back down that rabbit hole, or I don't need to seek no other knowledge that I already researched and learned and acted upon, or even shared. To like now, it's like if you tap in, if you go so far and read so much certain type of knowledge and act upon it, it could backfire on you, you know. And I'm good. Sometimes it's best, like what I'm learning now as I'm older, it's best to be silent. Act dumb, act like you don't know what's going on. I mean, it's good. Like shout out to my brother Newbury, who's always consistent and loyal and dedicated and thorough and really considers the information he puts out. Because it's always a message um to embetter his people, his followers. You know, that's a perfect example. But like people that just like I said, I don't got Facebook, I don't even got IG, I don't got Instagram, I don't even plan on hopping on it. I like myself just the way I am. I don't need all that extra stuff. I don't. Like sometimes when you know what you know and you know who you are and how where you come from and who made you and how you supposed to be, how you supposed to roll, you don't want none of that stuff. You just want to remain low key. You want to go Machiavelli on them and just shoot out to Cuba. That part. Forgive me, I'm just talking. I'm not reading the comments right now or who's in the chat. I appreciate y'all for those that are in. Much love, much peace, all that good stuff. Lemons float in water, but limes sink. Yo, I'm reading the hate and the love at the same damn time. So it's whatever. But yeah, just thought I'd go live. But yeah, no pagan holidays for me, man. Oh, what you getting me for Christmas? Shit. What you mean? Oh, it's your birthday. Every day is your birthday. You up? You walking, talking, you breathing? I don't celebrate this government shit. Period. Appreciate the good work, Natalie and Dad. Yeah. And overall, I'll just end it to say this. These phones that we rely on, yo, I'll tell you right now, I'm the first. I can't wait till the fucking internet go down. I really can't. I really can't. I can't wait till that shit go down for 3 days or more to see what y'all motherfuckers go do. And when I say y'all motherfuckers, I'm meaning the motherfuckers that really rely on this shit. And I'm not talking on a form of income. I'm talking about people that like just, yeah, how I was explaining prior. I can't wait. I'm a big activist of it. Shut this shit down. See what the fuck y'all gonna do. Cause I'm old school. I'm in the era where I used to hear people, yo, when I was old, I used to have to walk to school and snow and all this and that. We got buses, we got all this and that. So I'm from the era where like where I say, yo, before technology, before these fucking cell phones came, this is what happened. This is what it was. So fuck you. Shut the shit down. Then then we gonna see what's really fucking good. See how y'all go maneuver. See how y'all go act. This shit gonna be worse than C-19 when people were trapped in the fucking house and couldn't. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what's gonna happen. I'm gonna leave y'all with that. Fuck around and find out. Everybody wanna be the shit on the internet, on social media. Well, shit, you the shit right now. But wait till the shit hit the motherfucking fan. Then we go see what's really fucking good. And I put the shit in the air in the atmosphere. So ain't no telling when it's gonna be. But when it do happen, be like, man, he said it. Yeah, blame me. Cause I can't wait for this shit. Peace.